back with another process video. Today I am going to be using the Maggie Holmes Gather collection, and right here I am showing you the papers that I'm going to be using. I did pull out 5 different papers, and I do use a little bit of each paper. The very first paper that I had showed you is pink and it had like these little darker pink dot type marks on them. That is what I'm going to use for my background, that one right there. I'm going to go ahead and trim off the branding strip and get started on my layout. I am going to trim this photo down, and it is going to be a little less than 3 by 4 just because of the stuff that was in the background. I went ahead and just cut it out. I am going to mat this photo on several different papers. I use this coral colored paper with the flowers on it and just a teeny tiny bit of this black and white marbled paper. I'm not a super huge fan of the marbled paper, so this was kind of a challenge for myself. I do use this paper in another location on the layout as well. I pulled out that blue Westcott ruler just to kind of use it to rip the sides of that paper. It gives it a little texture. One side of the ruler has large jagged edges and one side of that ruler has small jagged edges. Okay guys, I think I mentioned this in a previous video, but I am still having some recording issues for voiceovers. Not sure what's going on yet, but the voiceovers keep skipping. I've tried a couple different things to fix the problem, and I'm not really a techie person, so I have not found the magic fix yet, but I will eventually. So right here I went ahead and cut off a 3 by 4 card from the cut apart sheet. It says create beautiful memories. So I'm going to go ahead and take that 3 by 4 card and cut off some of that border that is around it. I don't want that much on this particular card. I don't know if you've noticed this, but I have been taking some of the strips I've been cutting off and throwing them over to the top left. I am going to build a kind of a border down that side of the page. And I don't think I do this on camera, but I take all those strips and I ink the edges with some Tim Holtz Black Soot Distress ink. Right here I'm just trying to figure out how I want them to go, because I kind of wanted to build the strips. I didn't want them to be all just one continuous style or one continuous pattern. And so that's how it came out. I'm going to go ahead and ink all the other papers that are on my page as well, making those layers. Right here, I'm going to ink this, and then I am going to go away and do some stitching on this mat, and also up and down the sides on the strips on the sides of the paper as well. It will take me a minute to decide to do that, but I will eventually decide to do that. I think right about here after I glue this down. Yes, I just showed you my black thread. That is the color I'm going to use. And we're back. So this is what I did with the stitching. I did mostly straight stitches, but I did do a couple areas of zigzag stitching as well. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and adhere that floral paper and that black note paper, and then I'm going to do a little stitching around the edges of that little block. I will come down and put those back down where they were. I'm ready to go ahead and commit to this photo mat and these layers exactly where they're at. I am going to pop up that piece of that 3 by 4 card that is actually smaller than that now. I'm going to pop that up on some old chipboard waste, and the other pieces are just going to be laying flat. I'm going to go ahead and pull out these stickers. I actually think these go with the We Are Memory Keepers, maybe, or some other line. I don't think they actually go with the Gather line. I could be wrong. They're called Amber. They're really cute. I made my title 33 weeks, and then I pulled the small black alphas off of the sticker sheet and put 4 days. I'm also, right here, I am pulling off different stickers from that sheet. I pulled off a gold silhouette of a little girl's silhouette, and then a couple different words. Right here I pulled off the today. I thought I would use it, but I don't end up using that. I'm going to go ahead and adhere down my title and then move on to the embellishing. I do use Scotch Quick Dry adhesive to put down the thickers so that they will stay over time. So I'm going to go ahead and stick down that little silhouette. I pull the sticker sheet back out and there is kind of one of those wreath patterns on there, and I cut it in half and used a piece on one side of the photo and a piece on the other side of the photo. These come on a lot of sticker sheets, and it's almost always one of the first things I use, and I don't know why, but I'm very drawn to these wreaths, and I almost always cut them as well. I guess that's just my thing. I am also going to reinforce those staying down with some Scotch Quick Dry adhesive. Right here is a little A. I don't think this is a die cut. I think I cut it off of a piece of paper, and I just inked the edges with black soot. This is my niece Brandy, and she at this point was still pregnant with Adele, so the A was for Adele. And then in the gold stickers I spelled out Adele K. I'm going to put her name down up there. That end up putting that down underneath Adele's name, and I do pull this little wooden sticky back button out and set it right there. It says XOXO. I am going to go ahead and pull out a couple more word stickers. I put one on the photo, or right above the photo, and it says lovely, and then I put one under the silhouette that says blessed. And then I found this little pink chipboard heart, and I am going to put it underneath where I am putting that blessed sticker. These right here are some little pointy like arrows that came off of the thicker sheet with that I got the title off of. So after I pull that heart out and decide where I want that to go, that heart right there, I am going to get those arrows back out, and I am going to actually have them point at 33, but I don't do that just yet. Right here I'm going to go ahead and ruffle up this border, and then I'm going to get out some Heidi Swap Color Shine in Gold and sprinkle that around the page, and then I also get out Heidi Swap Color Shine in Black and just give a little bit sprinkling. Alright, so after I put those arrows back down, I don't do anything else to this layout. Guys, I am sorry about the audio. I hope to get it fixed. I did Google some things about what it meant, because the arrow is something like, it says something like audio dropout detected or something like that. And when I Googled it, I did not have very much luck, so we will see. Thank you guys so much for joining me, and I will see you next time. Bye, guys.